There's a 95% chance that you will fail at trading, not because you have a bad strategy, but because you can't control yourself. It's a mental game. That's where the real battle is. But here's what no one tells you. You don't fix your trading psychology with mindset videos. You fix it by setting rules that remove the emotion before it starts. And the most important rule, the one that changed everything for me, it was this: making your daily max loss non-negotiable. Let me show you how that one rule reshaped my trading and how it can do the same for you. It's like having to be at work at 5 a.m. in the morning. You don't just sit in bed and debate whether you're gonna go or not. You might hate it, but you get up because it's not an option. There's no inner negotiating. You have to go. It's work. And because of that one fixed rule, you start changing the things around it. You go to bed earlier. You skip that second drink. You don't stay up binge watching Netflix or eat junk food right before bed. That one non-negotiable start time shapes everything else. That's what your daily max loss needs to become. A hard line. No discussion, no compromise. You shape your trades, your setups, your size, and your timing around that boundary. And when you do, your trading stops feeling chaotic because the rule is leading the way. Let me give you a real example from my own journey. When I was doing my small account challenge, I had one rule that changed everything. If I had a loss on my first trade, I was done for the day. So every morning, I knew I got one shot to make it count. And it completely changed how I approached the market. I didn't just take trades. I waited for the right ones. I got patient. I got selective. I started asking, is this really worth risking my entire day? Sometimes I got stopped out, and yeah, it was extremely frustrating. But instead of revenge trading, I was forced to reflect. I reviewed the trade. I looked at my decision making, and the next day, I was a little bit sharper. Ironically, I started making more money by trading less, all because I had one rule I wouldn't break. That's what a true non-negotiable does. It shapes your behavior, your mindset, your growth. Now, here's the real question you need to ask yourself. How do you actually get yourself to stick to a max loss rule? Let's be honest. Saying you have a rule is easy. Sticking to it when you're emotional, that's the hard part. The simplest answer, trade with a broker that locks you out once your max loss is hit. Some platforms can do this. They'll shut you down when you hit your max limit. The problem is that it doesn't work everywhere. If you're trading evaluation accounts, you can just hop onto the next one. Hit your limit on that one, cool. Just open another. Now you're not enforcing discipline, you're just dodging the consequences, and that's a losing cycle. There's also another option. You can use a third-party blocker. I use an app called Freedom. It was built to block social media so you can stay focused, but I use it to block access to trading platforms after I hit my stop limit. Now, if you want to take it up a notch, make breaking the rule cost you something. Write out a check, for example, for $150 to a nonprofit or political cause you despise. Then hand it to a friend and say, if I break my rule, you get the picture. Now it's real. You got to treat your max loss like a job requirement. Do whatever you have to do to make it a non-negotiable. Because until you do, it's just a suggestion, and suggestions don't protect your trading accounts. Here's the reality of the world we live in. Everybody has the best way of doing things. One person says, trade only one model. Another says, develop multiple entry strategies, refine your trade management. One says, focus on patience. The other says, be very aggressive when your model shows up. If you try to follow it all, you'll end up paralyzed. It's simply too much. That's why the daily max loss is so powerful. It's one rule, but that one rule reshapes everything. You don't need to think about a million things. You don't need to master every session or every model. When your priority becomes don't hit this number, you start filtering your trades. You get more patient. You size down, not because someone told you to do it, but because your non-negotiable demands it. And eventually, you'll want to add another rule called a max profit, because the danger isn't just over trading after a loss. It's giving back your gains when you couldn't walk away. So forget trying to do everything. Anchor your trading to the one rule that reshapes everything else. So here is a practical takeaway that you can actually apply in your trading today. Let's say you're trading an Apex evaluation account, a 50K account. You can use the code DTJ to get up to 90% off your next Apex evaluation account. You can find that information below. Now, a 50K account has a max drawdown of $2,500. That means if you lose $2,500, that account is blown. It's done with. It's gone. Now, let's break it down for you. If you divide $2,500 by 10, you get $250 per day. That is your daily loss limit. Why 250? Because if you're even marginally consistent, you're not going to lose 10 days in a row. So this number gives you 10 full red days before the account is in danger. That's your buffer, your protection. Now, how do you apply it? Let's say you're trading 3 micro accounts. That's a 10 handle stop loss is $60 of risk. A 20 handle stop loss, that's $120 of risk. I suggest anywhere from a 20 to 25 handle stop loss. So that's roughly $130 of risk per trade. Now, 2 full stops, you're at $260, right around your $250 limit. To me, that's appropriate if you're confident in your model. But if you're still learning or more inconsistent, drop down to 2 micros or even 1 micro to give yourself more flexibility. The point is, size your trades so your risk fits inside your daily loss boundary. Let the boundary shape your behavior, not the other way around. Don't recalculate your percentage risk every day. That's just another decision, another opportunity to negotiate with yourself. Instead, set it in stone for the week. No just this once exceptions. Because here's the truth. You won't become a disciplined trader by making more decisions. You become disciplined by removing decisions, by setting hard limits in advance. And when your daily loss is no longer negotiable, your mindset, your setups, your sizing, they'll all start falling in alignment. Now, when you look at your trading, when you look at yourself, does this hit home? Is this you? Are you willing to dig deeper, to recommit, to do what it takes to become a consistently profitable trader? Because here's the truth, no one likes to say out loud. We overcomplicate trading. Why? Because we want to sell courses. We want you to watch videos for hours. But the truth is, it's this simple. Lock in your daily max loss. Commit to it. Build your entire daily trading discipline around that one guardrail, and I promise you'll start seeing real change. You won't just be another statistic. You won't be part of the 95% that fail, because you'll be doing what 95% of traders won't do. You'll protect yourself. You'll put up boundaries. You'll grow. And listen, you're going to mess up. You're going to break your rules, but don't stay there. Recognize it, own it, forgive yourself, and recommit. You've spent months, maybe years, exercising the muscle of overtrading. I did, and it took me a while to overcome it. So give yourself grace and the time that you need to build the muscle of discipline. You can do this. You're capable of so much more than you realize, so let's make it happen. God bless.